Hello everyone, it's Mich here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by and I hope you come back for more. If you're returning, thank you so much, and all your comments, it really does encourage me. Today I'm going to be doing another day in the Junk Journal, July 2024. If you haven't been following along, then there is a tutorial for each of my pages in the playlist Junk Journal July 2024. So today is July 23rd, wow, and the prompt set by Mag Journals is tip in, and my affirmation is believe for today. So I just did an intro for this, and as I was flipping through, I hadn't added these. I just put them in there just so that the doily would dry, which is well dried now. But what I noticed is that when I had put the background paper on and flipped it around, I actually sandwiched in a couple pages. But I just took my scissors and slid it there, and that's the good thing about a junk journal, is you can definitely do stuff like that. So before I start my little project, I just want to add a little bit to the background papers. I am going to add some pinks because I just feel it's been really hot and humid, and it's overcast now and foggy, and I just kind of think that sometimes pink lifts my spirits. So I'm just going to put a little bit of pink in the background. So I just pulled this from my stash, and then I just thought I would put just a little bit on the bottom. Now my tip-in is going to cover quite a bit of this side here, so it'll just show out, this pink will just show out a little bit around the tip-in. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So we'll set that aside for now. And then for the tip-in, I'm using a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I guess you could call this a one page wonder. But I've cut it down already so that it measures 12 by 10. Okay, so then I'm going to take this panel and I'm taking it to my scoreboard, but if you don't have a scoreboard, that's fine. You can make some measurements and just use a blunt, something blunt like a bone folder if you do have a bone folder. But on the 12-inch side, I'm going to score, I've got my measurements here, which I can put on my description box. My arm's itchy. So on the 12-inch side, I'm going to score at 3 3/4. That is the 12-inch side, right? 3 3/4 and 4 and 7 3/4 and 8. So that's 3 3/4 and 4, 7 3/4 and 8, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score at 5. Okay, and that's what you need your scoreboard for. So then on the, I'm just going to fold this down for right now. Get my scissors here. All kinds of papers off to the side here that are all falling to pieces, and my ruler. Okay. So we're going to do some cutting. So I want to cut here at about, let's see, so I'm going to make a measurement here. I'm going to cut here around 3 1/8. So I'm going to measure in with my ruler and a pencil. So I'm going to go in here about 3 1/8. And I'm just going to make a mark, and then I'm just going to make another mark towards the bottom. Okay. And I'm just going to cut from here, 3 1/8. I'm going to cut just down to the score line. So I'm going to go in about 3 1/8, and I'm going to cut out from there. I'm going to cut about, let's see, come in from this side, 3 and 5/8, I guess. 3 and 5/8. Okay, so then I'm going to make another line just down to the score line. And it's going to be there, but I can't. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this panel here. I'm just going down to the score line. Okay, and then I'm going to cut along the score line. And if it's easier to see it on the back, which it is, then turn it over. Okay, so we've cut out that then. So I've measured over, I think it's pretty straight. I just followed that line down. And if you have any lines that are visible, it doesn't matter because we're going to flap those down. So then the way that I'm going to put mine in, and you might want to do yours backwards or however, but this is going to be the part that's actually glued into my book. I'm just going to fold these score lines for now so that I have a better idea of how this is going to fold up. Okay, so the way that it's going to look is it's going to be like this, and then we're going to fold it in like that. Okay, so on this end, I just want to put a little thumb notch, and I'm just going to eyeball it for the middle, which is there. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue that down. Just put a little bead of glue along here. Oh, and along the bottom to form a little pocket. Okay, so I'm just going to gently press that down. Okay, so that's my little pocket. And then this is just going to stay as a flap. But under the flap, we're going to put some things. So I'm just going to get my, I believe I am capable and I can do it. That's the affirmation for today. I'm not sure if I said it at the beginning or not. So I believe I am capable and I can do it. So today's word, believe. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you're going to have a hard time convincing others. Okay, so I want to put a little pocket at the bottom here. So I'm going to need a little piece that's about 3 3/4 or about 3 3/4. So I have this that I can use. There are some score lines there, so I want to cut out the score lines, which is one is there. Okay, so 3 3/4, which is, I cut out that score line there. And that will give me about 3 3/4 wide, yep. And then I'm going to cut that by 2, by 2-ish. And then that's going to be my little pocket at the bottom there. I might have to trim just a little bit off the side so that it'll sit in the folds there. Maybe a little bit off the side. So I guess with this we'd want just a little bit less than 3 3/4. So we would want, well, like just a little bit more than 3 5/8, or 3 5/8 is fine. And then for this one here, I'm not going to put a little notch, but you could. And then I'm just going to get that down as a little pocket. Okay. So there. And then under the flap, we're going to put another little pocket. So let me see if we have enough for here. So I think I want it so that it sits under the flap. So the flap is 3, if we did it about 3 and 5/8 or so. Okay, so just a little bit below 3 5/8, which is about 3 1/2 plus two little notches, or two little I don't know what you'd call those, two little marks, I guess. And then depending on how big you want your pocket, so I'm thinking I'll do mine maybe about 2 1/4 or so, 2 1/2. Okay, and then we're going to put it so the pocket's upside down. So when it's this way, it'll be sitting the right way, but when it's upside down, things could fall out. But we're just going to make a tight pocket like we did on the bottom ones there. So we'll just get that down. Like so. And then that will be sort of an up tuck. And then underneath here, I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just make another little, I guess I'll make it, I want to put another little pocket in here for the flip down, kind of off to the side. And I think I'll just do 3 maybe. 3 by, oh look, it says New Day. I'm going to leave that there. This is the branding strip. This is an Echo Park sheet, but it says New Day, and I kind of like it because it's a reminder that every day is a new day. Okay, and I'm going to cut a little bit off it. I don't want it that wide. So maybe about there. And with this one here, I think I'll put a little thumb notch in it, just to be cute. Okay, and I was going to put it this way, but I think I'll do it this way. And it'll just be a little hidden because it blends in with the background, but I like that nude. But you can turn it around, or if you only have single-sided paper, then you can just put this on with another piece of paper. Just something that you like. So I'm going to put that in there so that the flap comes down and hides it. Okay, and then that's all we need, our cutting board, and we have our little tip-in. So let's get it in the book. I got 3 journals on the go, and I almost grabbed the wrong one over there. Okay, so for our tip-in, then it'll be just like that. It'll close up, and there you go. That's what I'm saying is a tip-in. Tip out, tip-in. And I was thinking about maybe leaving, actually, I think I'm going to take some of this and put that as background as well. So I just think it needs more color in the background. Okay, and then I'll just get that down. And then I can cut off the bottom. Okay. So if you're following along and you're doing your own journal, how's that going for you? I think it's just fun. It takes me back to days in kindergarten and stuff when I was cutting and pasting and doing all these little scrapbooks. Okay, and then I could put this little piece just here. Stick it in there. All right, so then when I put that down, oh, that looks much better. And like I said, you could leave a pocket, but I'm not going to. Just going to glue it all down. There's a lot of pockets in here, so once you put a few things in here, this page is going to get kind of bulky. Okay, so and I want this right to the edge so that it can tip in and out. Like so. Okay, and then I thought I would take my border punch and just punch. If you don't have a border punch, then you don't have to do this step. But I'm just gonna punch the edge a bit. I don't know why that was making such a racket. Okay, and then just need to get that little strip off. Oh, it's because the paper's quite thick. I'm like, why is that making all that crunching noise? Okay. Okay, so then I've got a little frilly bit there, which I really like how that goes. And then I think for underneath there, especially because of that it kind of blends it in there. I didn't use I think I'll take my other border punch and just stick it in here. And just do a little border for the top. I can line that up. So I could put that there, although that kind of blends in a lot there. Doesn't really stand out a lot, but I kind of like it. So, or I could put it on the pocket over here. Oh yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'm just going to put this on my little pocket. Sometimes forget about my border punches. I've had them for years. And when I was rooting through to get my circle punch, that circle punch, they came to hand. And they were like, use me today. Okay. And then you could put, something else over there. You could even just put a little strip there. You could put a little strip underneath there. That's what I might do. Just to show that there's a pocket there. So, how big is that? So if I did that, it would be roughly 2 3/4. So if I did 2 3/4 is about there. So just cut that off. And then a little bit more. Or what about this one? Or I could just do that, which I think is kind of cute. So there's a bit of a fold there, so I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm just going to glue that right underneath the thumb notch, just so it shows me that there's a little pocket there. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so that's good. So then it's just a matter of putting stuff in it. So I pulled a few things that I thought might go. Just some cards that I've had from some kits. So I've got this Always and Forever. Let's stick that in there. It makes a cute little journal card. It might stick out though. It's a bit big. But does it really matter if it sticks out? I don't think so. So we'll stick that in there. That fits there. Oops, that's my alarm. Got to start getting ready for work. And then, what's this? It's a good day to be happy. And another, I think I'm just going to leave that out. And then just some little cards there. And a few little things to go in there. Love yourself. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. So true. Be grateful. Good things will come to you. Today was magical. Okay, and then I just have a little butterfly to tuck up there. And forever and ever. Stick that in there. And then if you have any other little bits and bobs you want to put in there, and this is great too, because as you're journaling in your journal, it's good to have little bits and bobs you can pull out, use it on a different journal page. Now, this is a journal challenge, so, I'm not actually journaling in this one, but if I was, then these would be good little bits that you could have. And if you had a really great day, you could pull your card out and put it on your day that you're journaling about. Today was magical. Maybe put a little picture or something there, and then do a little bit of writing of why it was such a great day. So it's always good to have little bits and bobs in your journal that you can pull from to use on other pages. And then as far as this goes, you can decorate this as well. If you have a little journal card that you want to put on the front there, I've got all kinds of little cards here. Oops. So I just hit my camera, sorry. Oh, these are my big ones. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying. You can just put different things. My favorite day. Stick that in there. These are my bigger cards, but yeah. Anyways, that's our project for today. So, and my interpretation of a tip-in, which I can't get it all on the screen. I'm looking on the television. So I hope you enjoyed that. Picked up some little tips. Decorate that more at your leisure. And until tomorrow, I hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.